Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Duo Group Iron Man. In the last video, I did over 1,000 Hydra to get my KC up to 3,000 in search of getting the pet or the jar. Unfortunately, I did not get either, but I did double my cash stack and got a bunch more brimstone keys to add to the collection. The plan for this video, or at least for today, is I want to work on some combat achievements. I'm currently about 394 points away from the master tier, and the master tier combat achievements is sort of like a longer-ish term goal for me that I'm slowly chipping away at. There's a lot of combat achievements related to both the Gauntlet and the Corrupt Gauntlet. I haven't done Gauntlet since it was July of 2022, so it's been almost 2 years since I got the Enhanced Crystal Weapon Seed. I got it at 710 KC. At some point I did one more KC, I think it was for a bingo or something, but I pretty much have not done any Gauntlet in about 2 years. And because Jagex recently nerfed the slash combat style of Osmumtum's Fang, this is the perfect excuse to go back to Gauntlet and try for a second seed to get the Blade of Saldor. But at the very least, it'll be nice to get some of these combat achievements out of the way. But because it's been so long, I'm not going to go for any combat achievements right now. I'm just going to try to ease myself back in with a couple Gauntlet runs. But before we jump into it, I have a very special message to share, which involves food. As I've gotten older, I've found that it's hard to find time to balance everything going on in life between friends, family, work, hobbies, RuneScape, and on top of all that, having to come up with a way to eat food every single day, multiple times a day. And as RuneScape players, we try to find ways to min-max our time. And today's sponsor, Factor 75, takes the stress out of meal planning. Factor provides chef-crafted, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door weekly. The meals are fresh and never frozen, and you can pick exactly what you want. They've got options for keto, low-calorie, high-protein, vegan, veggie, and so on. You can choose the number of meals you get per week, and the more you pick, the lower the cost per serving. For this example, I'll choose 10. That's lunch and dinner Monday through Friday. Using my code, that comes out to just over $6 per meal. And as you know, nowadays, a fast food meal can easily be $15 or more. On top of that, fast food is so bad for you, and you actually have to leave your house to get it, unless you want to pay double for delivery. But with Factor, you get healthy meals at a much better price, and every single person that tries out Factor is directly supporting me. You can cancel anytime, so worst case scenario, you try it and you get healthy low-cost meals for a month. But I really think if you try it, you'll end up liking it and want to continue the subscription. It's just so convenient and saves so much time. So you'll get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders by using my link in the description or scan the QR code with your phone. And thank you so much to Factor 75 for sponsoring this video. I want to look at the scoreboard. What was I had 30 deaths in the past. Okay, let's see how this is gonna go. Got a bit under a minute left for prep. Yay, I did it. The first CG in a couple years. Let's see what we get here. No combat achievements because I didn't do anything special. Cool. That was 712 KC. I'm doing the regular gauntlet right now, as you could tell by the blue colored rooms. And I'm trying to do the task that's to not make any armor. So I'm going to go in there with just weapons. Well, that was easy. I've still had a lot of supplies left over. And there we go. I got the task done first try. It was a PB for the regular gauntlet, 5 KC regular gauntlet. That was a master task, so 5 CA points. Next one, we're still in the regular gauntlet. This is to defeat Hunlif with only one attuned weapon, which I didn't realize at the time attuned means tier 2. I thought it just meant one weapon in general. So I only made one weapon, and I switched back and forth between the bow and then unequipping the bow and using my fists. But it's the regular gauntlet, so it turned out perfectly fine. Yeah, I guess I kind of over-prepared for that one too. Cool, that was Wolf Puncher Elite task. 4 combat achievement points. This task is to defeat Hunlif without making any Agniel potions, which essentially means no prayer pot, no stamina pot. I used no prayer points the whole prep because I was doing a bit of one-tick flicking, so I went in with 99 prayer. I also waited for my run to restore to 100, which I later found out was not necessary whatsoever. And I tried to one-tick flick as much as possible at Hunlif, using only the overhead. I did not use boosting prayers, well, at the start at least, and then by the time I was halfway through the fight, I realized I still have a lot of prayer points left over, so at that point I kind of gave up on the one-tick flicking and not using boosting prayers and just sent it. Wow, that's a lot of prayer points left over. Again, that was quite the over-preparation. I forgot how much easier the regular gauntlet is than Corrupt Gauntlet. Agniel diet was 4 more CA points. This one is to defeat Hunlif with a full set of perfected armor, aka tier 3 armor. For For the armor set, you need 13 of each resource and 540 crystal shards. And on top of that, you need even more shards for weapons and potions. So a total of like at least 700. I thought I'd be struggling with time, so I only made one tier 3 weapon and one tier 2 weapon. But looking back now, I had so much extra time left, and I feel like I wasn't even doing it that efficiently. Like, I feel like I made a lot of small mistakes prepping, yet it was still plenty of time. Also, with the tier 3 armor, you really don't take much damage from the boss, so you don't have to bring a lot of food. In fact, I only ended up eating one piece of food, and looking at my health at the end, it wasn't even necessary to eat by any means. Yay, I did it. Hey, I got 2 tasks done. I got the, okay, Crystalline Warrior, that was the full armor set, perfected armor set, and then the perfect Crystalline Hunlef, that's to not take a bunch of, I'll check in a second, but let's see what we got here. Nice, I'm glad I got both those done at the same time, that was cool. So it was 5 points and 4 points. Yeah, perfect Crystalline Hunlef is basically get a perfect fight, don't take damage from tornadoes, floors, snap attacks, don't take damage off prayer, don't attack with the wrong weapon. Oh, did I do it? Did I do it? 622. Oh my god. That was so far off. There's only 2 combat achievements I have left for the regular gauntlet, and they're both speedrun times. I have 5 minutes and 4 minutes. And I was genuinely so confident I was going to beat 5 minutes there as I killed Hunlef. I was doing 5-1 and everything, only to be hit with 622. I'm not going to be shaving off a minute and a half for the 5-minute time, so we are moving on to the CG combat achievements now. It's pretty much all the same achievements as the regular gauntlet ones, except because it's CG, naturally it's going to be more difficult. And this first one I'm doing is Defense Doesn't Matter 2, which, just like I did before, is beating CG without making any armor. I was running out of food at the end of each run, and there are things you can do to help, like you could prevenge or redemption, maybe do 5-1 could help, but I decided to brute force this task by doing it over and over until I had a run with slightly better than average hits. Yes, Defense Doesn't Matter. I did it. Oh, that feels good. A lot of people, when they learn Gauntlet, they go for the tier 2 armor set for their runs, but I never did that. I've always done tier 1, and prepping was always chill for me. But for this combat achievement, you have to go in with a full tier 3 armor set, which makes prepping extremely stressful, and if you don't make it in time, then you're going to have to reset. I'm not used to doing all this juggling of resources because I'm so used to doing tier 1, and I also kept forgetting how many of each resource I had already or I had dropped already. This was easy to do in the regular Gauntlet because you get 10 minutes, but in CG, you only get 7.5 minutes for prep, plus the monsters have higher stats, so this was way more difficult. The wiki said you don't need any more than 8 food going into the boss, so I went in with exactly 8, and sure enough, it was plenty, and I only ended up eating 5. Is that it? Come on. Yes! Corrupted Warrior. Whew. Oh, that's a nice one to get done. Wolf Puncher 2, just like with the first one, for this you can only make one tier 2 weapon. So I went in with a tier 3 weapon and a tier 1 weapon. It would be good to do 5-1 for this, but the wiki said that you should be good with a full inventory of food and not have to worry about that. And once again, the wiki pulling through with the strats. Yeah, Wolf Puncher 2, baby. There's a one and done, first try. Sick. That was a Grandmaster, so we got 6 points for that. I'm doing the No Potion combat achievement for CG. I cut it a lot closer with the prayer points at the end of this one, but still had quite a bit left over at the end, and it ended up being no problem. That should be it, right? Yep, Egg Meal Diet 2. And I think that's all the combat achievements that I want to do. Yeah, nice, nice. That feels very good to get those out the way. If we go into bosses and then type in Hunlef, I have 2 tasks left for each. Like I said, for the regular gauntlet, the only 2 I have left are the speedrun times, the 5 minutes and the 4 minutes. And then for CG, if we take a look at these, again, it's just speedrun times, 7.5 minutes and 6.5 minutes. So with only the speed run times being left, I think I'm happy with Gauntlet for now. Happy with all the achievements I got done. I went from 394 points remaining to 350 points remaining. So I got 44 combat achievement points. That was like, there's so many combat achievements from Gauntlet. That was like the biggest flurry of points coming in that I think I'll probably ever get on the account. Because most bosses just have like a couple more CAs, not like the freaking 10 I just did. And here is the loot that I got from today. Oh, a regular crystal weapon seed. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit more gauntlet tonight, as you can see, and that is the wrong weapon seed. All the memories of CG are coming back. Wow, back-to-back crystal weapon seeds, holy. I was looking through the collection log to pick out something to go for, and I saw aerial fishing. I have only done like 1 hour of aerial fishing on the account, and I got the golden tench in like 5 minutes, so that's why I have that. But I don't really have too many mulch pearls. If we take a look in the bank, here's everything I've got. I've never bought anything with mulch pearls, so this is all I've ever gotten, 16. And I kind of feel like doing a little bit of aerial fishing today. I don't know if I'll actually end up saving enough to buy any of the rods, but I'll do this for a few hours and see how it goes. See if I'm feeling it. Oh, I saw this red text. I was like, wait, I've gotten mulch pearls before. It's not a new log slot, but it's just because it's untradeable. And I have the untradeable messages on. Honestly, I kind of like having the untradeable notifications on for the mulch pearls. There's something satisfying about seeing it just appear like, hey, you got one. Hey, you got another one. Hey, good stuff, man. Keep it up. There's another one. About to get a virtual hunter level, 110. I forgot I was already really close to that from all the birdhouse runs. It's 38.7 mil XP. I have the Rada's Blessing, which arguably isn't worth the time having that equipped, getting the double fish, because you don't get extra XP for them. But there's a chance, I think I could get if I roll the golden tench, I could get 2 of them. And that's 100 mulch pearls for each one. So that'd be 100 extra if I do get that roll. So I feel like it's worth it because of that possible slight chance to have the Rada's Blessing equipped the whole time. Plus, I get even more fish chunks that way and more cooking XP. 69 pearls. Nice. It's a nice amount of pearls. No way. Yo, I just got a golden tench. That is the second one. Oh, it's sweet. So I could start trading them in for 100 pearls each. Oh, wow. That's cool. If we look at the collection log, that is the second one. If I use the knife on the golden tench. Okay. I was scared for a second something would happen, but nothing happens. So it has been like 8 hours of aerial fishing today based on this fishing and hunter XP. I'm getting about 30k fishing and 38k hunter. We can include the cooking as well, but over 8k cooking XP. According to the wiki though, the expected XP per hour at 99 fishing and hunter would be 62k fishing and 82k hunter. So I'm doing this at like half the efficient rate. The wiki also says you should average like 16 to 24 pearls per hour. And because I'm getting half the rate, I'm essentially averaging half of that. So I'm getting like, it's like 9 pearls per hour I got today. But with these golden tenches, you could trade them in for 100 pearls. And so for me, I mean, normally that'd save you 5 hours, but for me at my rate, that's going to save me 10 hours of doing aerial fishing. Oh yeah, there's an update today. When I open the combat achievements, I've completed 2 tasks. They added combat achievements to Moons of Peril and to Coliseum. The main news of the week that I want to show is that they updated some of the rules for third-party clients. And the main talk of the day today is this one. They removed the rule that said that you're not allowed to change the menu options for construction. So I think that means you could do left-click build now. We should try that out in game. Let's build a mounted mythical cape. So before this update, when you want to build it, you'd have to right click build. And what people would do, they would go into resizable, drag the client, and then like line it up in between here so you could get like their right click, left click. But now with menu entry swapper, I'm going to shift right click, swap the left click to be build. Oh my God, left click construction. Wait, can you make the left click be remove? Oh my God. We have mahogany homes in the game now, so I don't know if this is really going to change too much what Ironmen do, but that's crazy, man. After getting 99 construction on freaking like 4 accounts, so it would be nice to have before. I think it probably should have always been this way from the start. Better late than never, though. I was looking through the Moon's combat achievements, and the 2 that got auto-completed are the KC ones. There's the 5kc and the 25kc. And I was looking through all of them. None of them seem too bad, but there is one that's kind of annoying. This one to get 30kc without leaving the dungeon. I spent a while green logging it, and now I'm gonna have to go back to get 30kc minimum, if not even more, for the other combat achievements. That's probably like 4 hours, which in the grand scheme of things, I know it's not a big deal, but that's why you wait to try out new updates. I just didn't know at the time when I was doing Moons that they were going to be adding combat achievements. I found out after my grind. Normally the golden tench is something I would hold on to as a collection and try to see how many I get and just keep them in my weird items tab forever. But in this case, I'm going to make an exception and not start a collection of golden tenches simply because of how much time one golden tench can save me if I trade it in. I mean, like I said before, it's well, 5 hours if you're doing it efficiently, or 10 hours for me. I think that is very much worth it to trade it in for the 100 pearls in this case. I do have my original first one stored in the POH, so I am always going to have one, of course, but any beyond this, I'm going to trade in for pearls. Let's get 100. It is a deal. The golden tench is 1 out of 20k when you catch a fish, so it is pretty rare. In fact, because the pearls are 1 in 75 when you catch a fish, if you do the 20k drop rate divided by 75, that means on average it should be every 266 pearls you get 1 golden tench. I've gotten like a bit over 100 pearls, not including the 100 I just trade in, a bit over 100, and I've gotten 2 golden tenches, so that is extremely lucky. I'm gonna go buy the first thing. There's 4 things I need. Here's the prices of all of them. Obviously I can't get the fish stack, but the first 3 rods are 100, 120, and 150. So I'm going to get the most expensive one out of the way. We'll get the Pearl Barbarian Rod for 150 pearls. And all the rods are equipable versions of the normal types of rods. So this is an equipable Barbarian fishing rod. And the best part of these rods is that you can store them in the POH and you don't have to waste bank space. Or you can store it in the tackle box too from Temperos. I feel like with these combat achievements lately, I've been taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Remember, I was just 350 points to the master tier. Now with today's update, I'm 415 points away. But I'm going to go do some of the moons, or probably, yeah, I'll try to go do all the moons combat achievements as well, since I'm here and I could get this done out of the way and then truly never have to come back here. Okay, first combat achievement, Fortified, which is defeat a moon without consuming any supplies. I'm using the Dragon Scimitar right now because I have to do a full run with only a DSim, so let's get that done. Ooh, I did a speed trialist. That is to beat Moons of Peril in 8 minutes. Before I open the chest, I want to show you where I last left off. It was at 250 KC. So let's go ahead and open the first chest and we'll get at least 1 combat achievement done here. Lunar Triplet. That is just to open the rewards chest. I'm not sure why I didn't get the DSim combat achievement done. Do I have to maybe not have any other weapons in my inventory at all? I looked at Reddit and people said to just do it a second time, so hopefully it'll work the second time around. This one is High Hitter. I don't even know which one that is. Oh, defeat a moon before they start their second special attack. Holy, there's 3 that just appeared at once. We got, oh wow, Moons of Peril Speed Chaser. I got that done with a Dragon Scimitar. That is sub 6 minute. That is the fastest time you have to get. There is Perilous Dancer. Defeat all the moons in 1 run while only taking damage from regular attacks. And the last one, I'll do my my Mr. Mammal impression for that one. Okay guys, this one is back to our roots, which is to defeat all 3 moons in 1 run using only a Dragon Skimmy. I have to defeat a moon while wearing the full set of the corresponding moon, and I don't know what happened, but I brought 2 different chest plates. So I'm gonna have to leave and come back with the proper set. Oh, you know what? As I'm prepping for this last one, I was taking a look for that task that's to defeat 30. It's not actually 30 runs, it's only 10 runs. It's 30 of the bosses, so that won't be too bad actually. And there it is, Betrayal. Defeat a moon while wearing its corresponding set. For this one, I have to defeat Eclipse Moon by only attacking the clones. Okay, there we go, the clone zone. The only one left at this point is to do the defeat 30 moons without leaving the dungeon. Contrary to popular belief, the game update that happens once per week is not going to be the end of the game, contrary to what seems to be a very popular belief. Every Wednesday is the end of OSRS. It has been for the last 11 years. Ooh, there's the thing, Eclipse Moon Tassets. And that should be Fat of the Land is done. 30 Moons of Peril have been killed without leaving the dungeon. So now for real, this will be the last chest ever at Moons of Peril until they add the pet 5 years from now. Let's double check, look at the combat achievements for moons. 12 out of 12 is all green, and now I am 387 points away. Anyways, I have to think of what's a good like grab your chips and dip, but some kind of pun with moons. Let's make like an astronaut and moon out of here. I need a good one. And now that I'm done here forever, we can make like astronauts going to the moon and blast off, or Team Rocket and blast off again, or we can make like an eclipse and fade out. Make like the moon and bounce. One small step for man, one giant step for my account. Yeah, maybe I'll just do Temperas. In Alkin's video recently, he did a lot of Temperas, and now I'm like, oh, Temperas looks fun. Maybe I should do some Temperas. It happens a lot whenever I see a YouTube video or a streamer of someone doing an activity. I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of fun. I want to do it too. Yeah, I'm gonna do some Temperas. Here's the collection log. It's been quite a while, but the urge just struck, so I'm going to spend the day doing temp, and then we'll claim all the permits at the end. See if we can get one of these two. Yeah, I'm going to go use the bathroom and maybe fill up my water, and oh my god, look at hole. Oh my god, look at that thing. Hole. Holy. Hey, I was looking through my old clips, and the last time I did Temperas was December of 2022. I did it in the league, so I guess it wasn't that long ago, but at least on this account. It's been a long time. Oh, we got a 1 down, and it was a PB by 1 second. I spent about 4 hours today at Temperas, got about 200k XP, did 30 kills, and I now have 131 permits to search through. I need that. The 2 drops I need, the pet is 1 out of 8k per search, and the big harpoon fish is 1 out of 1600. So let's see if we can get anything here. Oh, that scared me. That's not the pet I was looking for. Well, we're coming to the end here. It was a fun session of net, fish, and chill, but unfortunately no new uniques. Before I open these caskets though, because they drop clues, I gotta get my current clues done before. 650k GE value. Now let's do the casket opening for the 6 that I got from... Oh, okay. Make sure to do your birdhouse runs. This is the amazing loot you can get when you don't skip your birdhouses. Bro, what? Why did I do that? No, dude. I did not realize there's a new easy clue step or a new easy stash unit added with Varlamore, so I no longer have all these filled out. Oh yeah, right here. Is there a new medium one too? No, okay, just gotta do this easy. You know I can't go a full video without doing Slayer, so that means it is time to do a little bit of Slayer. Last time I was doing Slayer, I got to 3k Hydra KC and then I stopped, but I do still have a few kills left on the task, so I'll finish up those 7 kills and we'll really get into Slayer for the next day or two and try to get the Brimstone keys stack up. Currently at 678 keys. There's the last kill of the Hydra task, wrapping up with a whopping 3007 KC. Ripped the perfect 3k that I had, but it had to be destroyed eventually. Let's crack into the Slayer for today. Sorry. Oh, it's been a while since getting a Kraken Tentacle. Need 2 more left before I can enhance the Trident. I went back into clips, and the last time I got a Tentacle was 5143. It's a 1 out of 400 drop. And that was also 2 months ago. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Hopefully no one's watching. Okay. Oh, that one just gave me 30 million Slayer XP. I think every 10 mil Slayer XP milestone on average is going to take me 500 hours to get of doing Slayer. They did finally update the timer plugin, so it actually shows them as staying on the ground for an hour instead of before the 2 or 3 minute timer. It wasn't updated for the first couple weeks, I think, after they changed it to an hour, but now it's all good. Yeah, they moved that clue step that was by the Elder Cast Druids. Now it's outside of the area because they updated them. Hopefully my items got moved with the stash, right? Yeah, they're still in there. Why is the character just... Why is the character going across like that? Why? Anyways, important joke. What did 50 Cent do when he ate... Or, wait... What did 50 Cent do when he was hungry? 58. Oh, a Trident of the Seas. When I stood up to go downstairs, I was walking down the stairs. I was like, I'm not good to drive right now. I was like, oh, damn, now I see why this is illegal to do. What how many times that person hears that every day. I mean, when you make that your name, you kind of have to expect. You kind of have to expect that, right? With the moons, I don't even know, like, I know the armor's good, like, it's better, some of it's better than, oh my god. Maybe I should research it, but... No! Who is this? Who is this guy? I just got a virtual defense level, 108. I was having to look at the brimstone key stack. I'm at 696. I'm gonna go to at least 700 for this video. That'll be a nice, clean way to end things off with. That's it, key number 700, I think. We'll see after this task. Okay, let's take a look in the bank. Deposit that in, yep, 700 brimstone keys. Now I could end the video on a nice even note. But wait, 700 is not a prime number. I have to keep going. No, I'm just kidding. Let me do the clue first real quick. It's kind of funny because even though I feel like I did a lot of combat achievements, I started off with 394 points to master tier and now I'm 387. So I'm pretty much exactly where I started the video at because they added more combat achievements into the game. But it's nice completing stuff and getting it checked off the list. But yeah, if you want to keep me company when I live stream, it's twitch.tv/wild_mudkip. And you can check out my duo teammate SpookDog's YouTube channel, linked below in the video description. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.